Alright, it's one of the oldest cliches in the book. Do you see the glass half empty or half full? In fact, it's become so much of a cliche that the answer to the question is almost become irrelevant. A positive attitude or a negative attitude is viewed more as a personality characteristic, and neither one's even seen as more favorable than the other. But today I want to try and show you that the answer to that question and your attitude can be the most important thing in your life. So first I want to start by thinking about it in a slightly different way. To say that the glass is half empty, is it not to say that at one time the glass was full and is being emptied? And to say that it's half full, is it not to say that at one time it was empty and is being filled? So really the question is your attitude adding to your life, filling you up, building your character, and moving you forward? Or is your attitude taking away from your life, detracting from your character, and moving you backwards? So with that in mind, I want to talk about two specific characteristics that make attitude so important in your life. The first is this. Attitude is all that we have. Now let me explain. We are born with certain talents and certain skills. We're born into certain circumstances and certain situations. But none of that stuff is in our control. If there's one thing we can control that can make us successful, it's our attitudes. So look at it like this. When we're born, we're given a cup and we're given water. We can't determine how big the cup is, and we can't change how much water we have. The only thing we can control is whether we're putting water into our cup or whether we're taking water out of our cup. Whether our attitude's adding to our life or taking away from our life. So that brings me to my second point. How can attitude add to your life or take away from your life? Since we're young, we're taught we have to learn math, we have to learn English. We're taught you have to go to college, get a good job, make a lot of money, and end up rich, sitting on a yacht like this. This is the picture that society has painted of success for us. The problem with that is that's not everyone's picture of success. Attitude is more important than anything because success is when we believe we're successful. It's when we feel that we've done something well. So, for example, when I finish this talk, if I feel I did poorly, each and every one of you could tell me I did a great job, and I'm still going to feel as though I did poorly. Because success is built into our attitudes. Our success is totally reliant on our attitude and whether we are proud of what we did and feel we're comfortable with the way we performed. If you feel you failed, then you failed. But if your attitude is such that you feel that you were successful and that you're proud of what you did, then no matter what anyone else says, surely you were successful. Quickly, I want to talk about Steve Jobs. Everyone knows Steve Jobs, and he's widely considered one of the most successful men of all time. He created a huge, innovative company. He was a multi-billionaire. But that's why society says he was successful, but that's not really why he was successful. The reason Steve Jobs was successful was because of this. This is a quote from Steve Jobs in a 1993 interview. He said, "Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. But going to bed at night knowing that we did something wonderful, that's what matters to me." And I think that's why Steve Jobs was successful. Not because he made a lot of money, but because his attitude was such that he was proud of his work and that he felt that he was successful. So today I want to leave you with this. Think about whether your attitude adds to your life or takes away from your life. Whether your attitude makes you more successful or inhibits your ability to succeed. But I think no matter whatever the answer is, I think we could all benefit from adding water. Thanks.
Up next is Michelle. So Michelle, come on down and load your stuff up, and then comments for JR.